it's Rebekah here. We were on Pilates class this morning. Hope you're feeling good, hope you're feeling well. So I'm just going to do a little posture check to start off, as always. Feet to hip distance apart, so just measure them out if you don't remember. Feet together, heels out, squaring off your toes. Soft little bend in those knees. Inhale into the nose, feel up into that lateral breath, taking the ribcage out to the side and out to the back. And then on the exhale, just draw that ribcage all the way back into the center line of the body. Inhaling deep and wide, and exhaling, releasing it back out of the mouth, drawing that ribcage in. Inhale now, reach those shoulders up, and then exhale, just drop them back down. A few more times, just a nice big roll in those shoulders, releasing it down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Now just placing the palms to face those legs. We're going to inhale, and on our exhale, just draw that navel nice and tight to the spine. On the next inhale, try and keep that belly button into the spine, engaging now the core. And then a little bit of pelvic tilt work. Inhale, push the pelvis forwards, hips thrust forwards, spine is straight. Exhale, push it back. Little arch in the spine. Inhale forwards, and exhale back. A few more time, just warming up the lower belly and that lower back. It can also help, remember those hips going forwards and back, if that pelvis is not quite doing it for you on its own. On that next inhale, just push it forwards now with the pelvis and keep that engagement with the belly coming into the spine. Let's reach up with both hands, open out the shoulders and chest. Inhale, reach, and exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. Bending in the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, swoop them back down. Take a deep bend in the knees. Inhale, nice and long here. Exhale. So as you do this little squat, reach the toes up, just working into the heels. Beginning now to engage into the glutes. I'll take it onto the side so you can see what I'm doing. My chest is staying up, and my bottom just pushes back. Keep drawing up nice and tight into the spine. Good. Now let's take those feet a little bit wider. Toes pointing into the corners of the room. Deeper into the squat. Inhale. If you can, reach up with the hands. And exhale. If you can, rise up onto the toes, heels are lifted. Take the arms back. Inhale, and then exhale to lower down. Inhale, reach up, chest opens. And exhale, squat it down. A few more times. Opening up into our balance if you're coming into that heel raise. Swoop the arms back. Good, one more time. Reach it down. And reach it up. Release, bend the knees, big circles for those arms. Let's take the circles now into the hips. Just rotate that pelvis. Let's go the other way. Okay, let's bring those heels together now. So in the first position, glue in the thighs as well as those heels. We're just going to bring the knees out to the side, draw them back in. Arms and hands can just mirror what those knees are doing. Now, really important, we're not sticking the bum back, but we're keeping ourselves upright here, working into the ankle joints and the calf muscles. Keeping that posture nice and strong. Keep drawing the navel into the spine. Stay here with the heels down, or work a little bit harder. Push the knees out with a heel raise. Holding a little balance before you squeeze it back up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift it up. If you're wanting to do a little bit more advanced and work in a high balance, arms can come all the way up as you lift up, particularly if you're in that heel raise, and work hard on that core balance. Exhale to lower, and then you inhale to lift it up. Now on this one, let's hold it down and squeeze. Heels can be down, they don't have to be lifted. Nice and easy, working into those hip flexors and those quads, helping to protect the knee joints. Hold, a little static hold here. Keep the breath flowing. Inhale into the nose, exhale out the mouth. Good. 4 more breaths. Doing good. And begin to release. Let's just curl it up a little bit, open up those quads and hip flexors. Kicking the heel up towards the bottom. Good. Open up the hamstring a little bit, taking the leg across with a little flex in the foot. Good. Okay, let's work into our plie squats. So we're going to go wider here with the feet, toes into the corner of the room. Again, we're not going to push the bum back into a normal squat. We're going to slide between the 2 panes of glass and lift back up. So if the hips are quite tight, you may not get very low in your squat, which is fine. Just go when you can, but keep the spine upright. What we don't want is any folding in the hip and the bum pushing out. We will do those squats in a moment though. So hold it here again. Arms can mirror where the knees are going. What you can do is squeeze the arms in, the elbows into the side, so that you're bringing those shoulder blades together at the back. If you have got little 1 kilogram weights at home, you can bring those in, or a couple of cans if you want to add in some extra resistance work into that upper body. So keep going. Exhale to push it away, and then inhale to squeeze it back in. Let's do 3 more of those. 2. Now on this one, we're going to hold it down and pulse. Get a bit of movement here so that you're really working into these hip flexor muscles to push the knees out. Hold up nice and tall. 4, 3, 2. Now 1, static hold for 8. Heels down, or if you can, lift those heels up. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Give it a little shake out. And curl it up. Okay. Working into the sumo squat. So we're going to wide again. So keeping into that same placement with the feet, nice and wide. Toes going out to the corners of the room. We're going to push the bum back, but keep chest up with a little arm extension here. Bring it back in. Exhale. Inhale. So remember, in our Pilates, we go slowly. We're not looking to do lots and lots of repetitions. We want to squeeze and feel the muscles that are working us in and out of our exercise. So this focus and concentration of muscle, and then that connection with it to the breath. 3 more. And now on that final one, hold and pulse. Push the bum back, keep the chest lifted. You can get your arms up like I'm doing here, great. If not, hold them into the chest here. Good. Keep pulsing. You're looking good. Now squeeze and hold if you can. Arms out, and then bring them together. Or keep the hands to the chest as you have before. Good. Let's do 4 more of those if you can. If you need to come up and come back down again, do it. And release. Curl it back. And breathe. Inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Okay, we're going to narrow squat, and we're going to try and come to drop, okay? So we're going to do 8 narrow squats, and on the 8th narrow squat, we'll hold it, and we'll do a drop. I'm going to demonstrate for you. So narrow squat set up in the feet. Toes are going to face forwards, and your feet are much narrower, so much closer together now. They're directly underneath your hips. So check out where your hip bones are, look down, do a little line with the hands, and then you should see your feet. Toes facing forwards. So you're going to push away with the bottom, lift the toes up as you squat if you can, and arms are going to come up. Otherwise, keep your arms here. Squeeze up into the top. So we're going to take that little pause at the bottom, and then bring it up. Let's work to the edge of the mat. Make sure there's nothing behind you, and there's nothing you can fall onto. Let's keep going. 3, 2, now on this one, we're going to just hold. See if that bottom will drop. If you didn't quite drop, don't worry. Use your hands to get down. Another option would be if you only drop here, and here we go. You can have a little roll back and have a bit of fun. It's always good to have a little bit of fun in your class. So there we go. All right, just rearranging the legs. Let's go now onto our side. So set up. You want to work your side abdominals here. Then we're going to have your shoulder directly above that elbow joint. If it gets a little bit scrunchy and the neck hurts, come down like I'm doing here, just resting your head down, and you can just take all the focus into that right leg. So we're working with the right leg first. The left leg is going to be bent, offering that extra bit of support. Hands can be on the floor as I'm doing here. Want a bit extra today? This arm is going to come up, okay? I'll do a little bit mixture of both so you can see what I'm doing. Top leg now on that flex foot. We're going to work the outside seam of the leg. We're working with the arm. It's going to be up here. And then as the leg comes up, we're going to take a little crunch with the elbow coming down. We're squeezing and holding at the top. We're not rushing in and out of the repetitions. Squeeze and hold. Good. Let's take 4 more. Two. On this one, let's pulse it up for 8. 3. Remember, keep drawing that navel in tight to the spine. Squeeze and hold it up for 8. Static hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, tiny circles. Lift your arm up again now if you want to. And now, circle the other way. Now, active recovery. Draw in with this crunch, push it away. Inhale, exhale. 4 more of those. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, so we're going to work the bottom leg now. So that leg we've just been working is going to go behind. You're going to push into it. You're going to lean back a little bit so we can get extra height in this bottom leg. We're going to work now the inside seam of the leg. So flex again in the foot. Inhale, lift it up, and then exhale, take it down. Lift, release. Again, I'm holding and squeezing a little bit at the top, so that I'm connecting into those muscles a lot more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, pulse it for 8. Remember, if you're high up like I am here, make sure that head's not going like this into the shoulder, okay? But keep it away. If you look to your foot, it keeps the gap there. Hold it up for 8, squeeze, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, circle. It's working into our hip joints here. and squeeze and circle the other way. Okay, extend, toe tap to the knee, and then push your way. Let's take 4 more of those. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, well done. Okay, let's swap sides. Get yourself set up, you're exactly the same now. Working that top left leg. Right knee's bent, flexion in the left foot. If you worked with a little crunch in the arms, do so on this side too. Inhale, squeeze and lift, release. Three, 2, hold it up on the 1 and pulse it for 8. See if you can get it nice and high. Just squeeze this muscle here to lift it. Good. 3, 2. Now hold it on the 1, static hold. Really straighten up the leg as much as you can, but keep the foot flexed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes and circle. Circle the other way. Hold and reach it through, taking your crunch, extend and crunch. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, working with the bottom leg now, working this nice muscle moving, nice and strong and toned. Pushed into the left foot, flexing the foot here. Inhale, lift and squeeze and hold. Good. Off we go. 4, 3, 2, hold it up on the 1 and pulse it for 8. Feeling that muscle working? I am. 3, 2, hold it up on the 1 and squeeze it, static hold. But keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the toe, take those circles. Circle the other way. And out. In it goes to the knee, little tap. Try and keep the height of the knee up. Try not to let it drop too much. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Now we need to give it a little shake. Just do a quick time check. Good. Okay. Let's work into our V-sit. My favourite little setup here. So, working hip flexors as well, that was it last time. Tucking and pushing those heels down. Toes are going to come up. You can use your hands on your roll back just to support and help you. Your back does not touch the floor, okay? You go down to your limit, so you're contracting nice and tight into the abdominals, and you're going to come up. Option, no hands, but keep them lifted. Progression, elbows swing back, makes it so much harder, and then bring it back up. Best doing from your belly, just warming up nice and deep into those lower abdominal muscles. Four, 3, 2, 1. variation. Bring it back, lift the foot, see if you can tap. Now if you're using your hands on the floor, it looks exactly the same. You can just have one hand on the floor, and the other one's going to just help you to twist over, okay? So just working into the obliques. If you're wanting to take it up a notch, then don't have the heels on the floor anymore, and just cross yourself over from side to side like so. Now, good option, stick with the one that's right for you. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, if we can, static hold. Here, here, here. You could even be here or here. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little break, and we'll do one more set. Feet come together, just drop the knees out. Give those hips a little break. Inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Nice long spine. Okay, let's go back into our setup. Heels down, toes are up. We're going to come into our boat scoops. So we'll lean it back. We're going to scoop from side to side. I'm trying to scoop the water up. Nice big twist. Now, if this is tricky, the higher up you come, the easier it's going to be. Okay? If you want to progress it, then lean further back. If you want to progress it even more, you could have one heel lifted. You could have both heels lifted. You could even be in a straight leg. Again, see how you feel. Work into it. Really get this nice twisting action, looking over the shoulder, really important. Keep working. 4, 3, 2, 1. If your heels are lifted, one heel goes down. Lift, release. Little clap underneath the thigh. The higher up you are, the easier it's going to be. Right back if you want to make it harder. Lift both heels up if you want to make it even harder. Good. Squeezing and breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Feet together, knees out. Nice long spine. Breathe. Okay, so our final exercise before we come into our stretch. We're going to come into that roll up. So you lie on your back, legs straight ideally, toes pointed. So this is the full exercise. On the exhale, we're going to roll the chin in, squeeze those abdominals that we've just warmed up, bring the body up, and then inhale with a pointed toe with a bit of a hamstring stretch. On our next exhale, we're going to tuck the chin back in, and then just slowly, vertebra by vertebra, as soon as you can, roll the spine back into the ground. Inhale, reach the hands up and over the top of the head. Full stretch here. You can get a little arch in the spine, that's fine. Exhale again. Now, if you want some assistance, bring your hands down. So as I'm doing here, I'm using my elbows just to slowly help me shuffle up. You still be working the muscles, so that's okay. And then as you exhale, you would again use those hands and elbows just to help roll slowly back down into the ground. And then on the inhale, once you're down, we're going to take your stretch. So take an option. Let's do a few more of those. Squeezing, exhaling to lift. Inhaling to stretch there. Next exhale, slowly roll down. Reaching it back over on your inhale. Good, let's just do 2 more. So once you've done your last one, you can stay on your back. Good. Okay, bring those knees in, nice and tight into the chest. Hug them in and just take a rock from side to side. Massage off that lower back now. Come to a little helicopter. Bring the arms out to the side of the body and then just drop the knees over to one side. So what I'm doing here is just bringing my hand on the outside to go deeper into the stretch. Options here, you can come into that cactus arm, which is going to make you open your shoulder a lot more and your chest a lot more, or you have it out to crucifix, which is going to reduce the stretch in the shoulders. So you again feel what is right for you. And then bring it back up, and then swap it over to the other side. Look in the opposite direction to the knees, so you're also opening up the neck muscles. Good, and then bring it back up. So a little bit of a rock and roll here. Hands underneath the thighs. You can then exhale. Take the legs up and over the back of the head. Inhale, come back up. So getting a nice massage into the spine, working some fresh blood supply in there, as well as getting some lovely morning opening for the spine. We've already done a bit of nice opening, but it's quite nice to end with this. Just reinvigorates your body, gets you going for the morning ahead. So if you walk. Good. And then on this one, bring it all the way up. And come up into your hamstring stretch. So if you're not quite there on your toes, nice little trick. If you don't have a strap or a towel or anything, you can come to the back of your mat and use your mat. And that will just help you draw those toes back, which gives you a nice deep stretch into your ankle joint and your calf muscle. Make sure that you're rolling your shoulders back. Your spine is straight, keeping hold of that posture. Draw the navel into the spine. Always active in your core during your forward bend stretches so that you don't overstretch in your sacrum into your lower back. Always active in all our exercises, even the stretches. That should feel quite nice now in those hamstrings. And inhale, reach it all the way up, circle those arms. Let's do those 3 sets of hamstrings, get into those hips a little bit, and here in the thighs that we worked this morning, those adductor muscles. So if you're really tight, please lean back into this stretch and just work on that long spine. These muscles are quite easy to pull, so you don't want to overstretch them too soon. So please stay here if you know you're tight in your hips and groin. If you've got a tilt, and you've got a natural tilt of the pelvis here, and it's not that tight and quite long there, by all means, you can come into your little fold here just to increase that stretch inside those inner thigh muscles. But please be mindful of what you're doing in this stretch. And reach up. Good. Bring those knees together with the hands and cross the ankles. Push into the feet, see if you can come into that lift. Good. Release. Just take those arms from side to side now. Good. Other way. And release. Take the arms behind you, roll the shoulders, dip the chin, open up the neck. Move those hips. And release. Good. Now, bend those knees, reach up. And release. Thank you, guys. See you next week. Hope you had a good one. Any comments, queries, let One Pilates know and I'll get back to you. Thank you.